EXCENIA, Matt, 61, April 2025. Anthonayya Campbell, Sunday, August 24th. Robin Wright, Wednesday, August 27th. All three women within the past 6 months of New York City have been victims of gun violence and have been the innocent bystander and been hit with stray bullets. Each and every last one of them was either running errands, going and coming from lunch, or attending a basketball game, all victims of senseless act of gun violence. And they were all just going on with their regular day, thinking that it would be a normal day, but not knowing that they would be hit with a stray of bullets. Okay? EXCENIA, 61, she was from West Harlem, Lenox Avenue. She was innocently, this past year, April of 2025, she was one of the victims that was subject to a stray bullet and was actually didn't survive. She was murdered right there on the scene. Anthonayya Campbell was attending a basketball game past Sunday, August 24th, and as of right now, she is still fighting for her life in the hospital. When she was the victim of a stray bullet, she lost oxygen for 15 minutes at the basketball game. Robin Wright, this past Wednesday, August 27th, East 110th Street in Harlem. She was also walking from the Chinese restaurant on her walking with her friend. And she was coming from a Chinese restaurant and she was shot in the face. Instantly fatal. Instantly fatal. She was already gone. When will enough be enough? How many more lives have to be sacrificed? How many more candles have to be lit? How many morgues have to be crowded with a toe tag on your foot? How many more funerals? How many more cemeteries will be silenced by black people or women alone that are being subject to the gang wars that's in the streets, because war is in their hearts? So imagine if we continue, or people continue, to vote Democrat. Majority of the deep blue states are heavily, invested in gang wars in the streets, and this is going to continue to go on. We keep on voting blue. Okay, I've said this time and time again. War is in their hearts. Be subject to gang wars in the street, and you are not safe. None of us are safe from being an innocent bystander. Who will be the next victim? We don't even know. It could be me, you, any one of us could be gone in a blink of an eye tomorrow. Okay? So let's bring some awareness to this. These women are no longer here. One is still fighting for her life, and I'm pretty sure she's still going to have difficulties if she does survive and come out of this. She's going to have difficulties for the rest of her life because of, again, thinking that you're just taking a stroll in your own neighborhood, thinking that you're safe. These neighborhoods are not safe. We have gang wars going on in the streets, and it's always invested in deep blue states. Not saying that it doesn't happen in other states and red states, because it does. We had other situations happen in Minneapolis, which is another blue state. Children were being subject to another intruder coming into their school, being subject to a victim of gun violence as well. Okay? Again, we don't have a safe city. It is not safe for any woman at this point to walk down the street. Of course, we have a shortage of men out here that are not here to protect us. Women, you have to understand. Be more critical when you're thinking about voting for another Democrat. Think about, do I have a bulletproof vest? Do I have a bulletproof helmet on my head? When will the next stray bullet hit me? Because, again, we used to say this back when we were growing up. Bullets don't have a name on it because they don't have a name. So say their names, Xenia. Say their names, Anthonayya. Say their names, Robin. Say their names. Because these women especially Robin and Sine, are no longer here. Anthonaya is still fighting for her life in the hospital right now. Okay? Understand this. And I'm going to say this again. I had a brother that was murdered 2.5 years ago right here in New York City because of what? Executive orders, their policies. Again, being subject to a what? A robbery gone wrong and subject to what? Again, opening fire, gang wars in the streets. War is in their hearts. Okay? There's a shortage of men. Women, you are not safe. If Madani wins, be prepared to not be protected because they're not going to protect us. Then they're going to be asking, well, where's the police at? He plans on defunding the police. So that's going to be more crime in the streets. When poverty strikes, the resources are gone in the communities, crime goes up. Crime surges. Okay? Understand what we're dealing with. Understand that you are not safe. None of us are safe. Who are the people that are most vulnerable? Children, elderly, women. And apparently these men don't care who they aim at their ops. They're going to have this war whether you like it or not. And they don't care who gets affected, whose lives are being sacrificed. Okay? We are not safe in these streets. And I was so glad on Friday when I seen the National Guard, at the train station with the police officers. I was happy to see them there. I felt more safe. Regardless of what they say, they shouldn't be here. There's no threat going on. That is all a lie, and it's all propaganda. This is agenda. This is the objective. This is the motive, to keep the silence of the communities silent and act like nothing is going on, turn a blind eye to evil. See no evil, hear no evil. Who will be the next victim? Will you be the next victim? Will I be the next victim? Say their names. Xenia, Anthonaya, Robin. Okay? We need more police in our streets. Yes, we will invite the National Guard. We need safer communities for everyone. For children, elderly, women. Everyone needs to feel safe. So understand this. Think about this November 5th before you vote. Think about your safety. Will your safety be safe? Will you be safe in the community? Will you decide to allow Madani to take office? Or will you be converted or have to surrender to Islamic Sharia law? Keep coming back, more to be revealed.